In news from Jamaica, Prime Minister Andrew Holness unleashed a slew of housing initiatives as he made his contribution to the 2016-2017 budget debate in Gordon House on Tuesday. Mr. Holness came with a bag of goodies to complement his administration's promise of providing prosperity for all. It was his first budget presentation since the JLP administration took the reins of power following the February general elections, and according to Mr. Holness, improved housing solutions for all Jamaicans is just a part of his government's prosperity plan. Mr. Holness says the government is taking steps to increase the amount of money contributors to the National Housing Trust (NHT) can benefit from. As of July 1, workers who earn $12,000 or approximately $99 will be able to access interest-free loans up from the previous $7,500 per week.
The government will therefore increase the income band that has access to NHT loans at a rate of 0% from $7,500 per week to $12,000 per week. Mr. Speaker, this means that all workers in Jamaica who earn $12,000 per week, and you calculate that, that is the person earning just about $592,000, the previous threshold, will be able to access interest-free loans from the National Housing Trust. So you're asking me? So you're asking me what we're doing for the poor? We're going to enable the poor to own their own house. That is not only my dream and my vision, that is also the vision of Michael Manley.
Meanwhile, contributors earning between $12,001 and $20,000 per week will be eligible for a 2% mortgage interest rate, down from the previous 4%. Meanwhile, persons now earning between $20,001 and $30,000 will be eligible for loans at 4%, down from the previous 6% interest rate.
Contributors now earning $12,001 and $20,000 per week, between $12,001 and $20,000 per week, will now be eligible for a 2% mortgage interest rate, down from 4%. And persons now earning between $20,001 and $30,000 weekly will be eligible for loans at 4%, down from 6%. Those contributors who earn above $30,000 weekly will continue to pay at the highest interest rate of 6%. These adjustments will take effect for mortgages written after July 1, 2016.
And the Prime Minister says approximately 70% of NHT contributors will benefit. He urges Jamaicans that now is a perfect time to buy a home.
This new policy change of the government will positively impact more than 70% of prospective mortgagors, significantly increasing the amounts that they can afford to borrow. Now that is prosperity, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this change will cost the NHT $1.58 billion in foregone interest over the 4-year period, 2016, 2017 to 2019-2020.
And the government has also reviewed the NHT's Home Grants program. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the facility is now capped at $1.5 million, an increase from the previous $1.2 million. And the government has also revised the eligibility period for citizens to qualify for a home grants loan. Jamaicans will no longer wait until 10 years to qualify for a grant. The new period is 7 years.
The government will adjust the current home grant policy as follows. The combined ceiling for mortgage loans and home grants will be capped at $4 million per contributor. As such, persons earning $12,000 per week or less, as well as senior citizens and the disabled, will be eligible for the home grant, which is now capped at $1.5 million instead of $1.2. Currently, Mr. Speaker, individuals must contribute to the NHT for a minimum of 10 years in order to access a home grant. The government will reduce the eligibility period to be in line with the period over which the contributor's refund become due. That is 7 years. So if you're an individual would now access the home grant in the 8th year of contributing to the trust. This will take effect on July 1, 2016. The adjustment is set to allow every NHT contributor to afford, at minimum, a studio unit, having contributed for full 7 years.